Today we've got something pretty cool for you. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 best handguns that have come out in 2023 so far. As of the past few months, there's been a lot of cool handguns that have come out. That's pretty common considering SHOT Show is in January and most of the companies try to release it before or slightly after SHOT Show. The majority of guns that come out in the year usually come out in the first part of the year. So we have a lot of cool guns to choose from, and I want to give you my 5 that I think are a cut above the rest. Before we do that though, I do want to mention my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys very much. A lot of these guns were bought with the Patreon dollars. We really appreciate your support because we're here for you and not the industry. We try to give you the most honest gun content on the internet, and thank you guys for supporting and propping us up because of that. If you want to join the Patreon squad, all you have to do is go to the link in the description and sign up. Also in that description is a link to a local shelter named Iowa. It's the YSS. It could really use your help. The donate page, as always, is in the description below. Please go down there and donate to those kids. Now, let's get right into this with number 5. We have the Canik Steel Frame Rival. Now, the Canik is one of my favorite guns that have come out in 2023, so much so that it was in consideration for my new USPSA Carry Optics gun. As a matter of fact, we've been playing around with this a lot because this is the new hotness on the competition circuit. It gives you a steel frame in the same old Canik striker-fired pistol realm, but if you know anything about the Canik striker-fired pistols, you know they're pre-cock strikers, so they have very light triggers, very short reset, which makes it perfect for competition. It also has a 5-inch barrel, comes with an optic system, a fiber optic front with a blacked out adjustable rear, very cool, amazing serrations all the way across. You do a lot of manipulations with a competition gun, so it is really nice to have them everywhere so you can run them if you need to do like table starts or if you have a malfunction. And if you have an optic on the back, you can always go to the front in case the back is cluttered, so that's very cool. Not only does it look neat, but it has a ton of different features, including this little gas pedal here. It's got a full Picatinny rail, it's got cuts in the slide to lighten the reciprocating mass, and then obviously you get an extra 10 ounces of weight or so with the steel frame, which makes it harder to carry, sure, but it reduces recoil dramatically, makes the gun really shootable, a lot less snappy than the polymer frame, while still accepting all of the same magazines and coming included with a magwell. On top of that, you're also going to get the new backstrap system, which is not the same as the polymer frame. You actually get a full sleeve here, so it makes the grip even bigger, which is very nice. It has ambi controls and obviously a swappable magazine release, and it does come with an overall weight of 39 ounces without the magazine, coming in a little bit under some of the competition guns like the Shadow 2 at like 44 ounces, but I think it actually is a nice mix because if you get the gun too heavy, you can't transition between targets and you can't draw very quickly, and it just fatigues you more manipulating the gun for a long period of time. So I think Canik really knocked it out of the park with this guy. You can get this for around $1,000, maybe up to $1,200, which makes it one of the better deals on the market for a solid competition gun. But again, you can also use this for home defense. In at number 4, we have the IWI Masada Slim. I think it's my wife's favorite gun of the year, I would say. This is like up for your new carry gun, right? We're also running the new EPS Carry, which is the new hot micro optic as well, which will, I guess, highlight the fact that it does come optics ready out of the box, and it is direct mount for whatever the small hollow sun cut is, the Shield RMS sight. And we have a 3-inch barrel, we have serrations in the front. It is a striker-fired polymer frame pistol with a flat face trigger that does break at 90 degrees, so it is pretty accurate even though the trigger is a little heavier. We have a great undercut, the grip is shockingly comfortable, and you can get really high in the gun, allowing you to control that recoil way better than you probably should for a gun this small. The overall weight on this is just 20 ounces, and it does come with 2 13-round magazines, so you get 13 plus 1 in the pipe, making it almost the capacity of a Glock 19 while having a very small, light, and concealable package that you can still shoot really well and hit at distance, even up to 50 or even 100 yards if you're getting really lucky. Steel sights out of the factory, a solid grip texture, good magazine release, the controls are great, swappable magazine release again for you lefties, and you're gonna have all the features that you're gonna want for a Micro 9, but you're not gonna have to pay a whole lot for it. Around $400 entry fee for this guy makes it an amazing buy for the money. In at number 3, we have a gun that really impressed me. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P 5.7. This is a gun not a lot of people saw coming in the industry, and I'm not really sure why, because this year is the year of 5.7. That's obvious. There's so many different 5.7 caliber handguns coming out, and part of the reason for that is because it's a low recoil round, and it's actually getting cheap enough to sort of shoot sometimes. You get a lot of capacity in the gun, 22 rounds plus one. You get 2 magazines with the gun. That's very nice. It is a 5.5 inch threaded barrel with some slide cuts, optic cut right out of the factory, steel sights, front serrations, Picatinny rail for lights and lasers, and a fantastic trigger, especially considering it's a Smith & Wesson, which has good triggers, but never usually this good. Breaks right at 90 degrees, flat face. No longer do you have to worry about the articulating trigger of the M&P. They have gone to a much better system. Not only that, but the grip has great texture, and the 5.7 grips are very, very thin, and overall, the pistol is shockingly thin at a little over an inch, even though you get a 22 round capacity. Now, if you like that, it gets even better, coming at about $700, making it very affordable by comparison to maybe the FN 5.7, putting it on par with the Ruger, which is an amazing pistol in its own right. If you want a manual safety, they make models with those. If you want a good warranty, Smith's good for that. And if you're worried about weight, don't worry about that either. The weight's only 26 ounces, and for a 5-inch barrel with a 22 round capacity, that's super light. So if you're looking for a kind of carry outside the waistband bush gun, or if you want to carry a full-size gun inside the waistband, I think it's actually a pretty good choice for that, considering how light and thin the gun actually is. This can flex into a lot of different categories. The only downside to it that I see at all is going to be the price of 5.7 ammunition. In at number 2, possibly my new carry gun. Fuck, I put another Canik on the list. I try not to do more than one brand per list. I just couldn't leave either one of these off the list because they're 2 of my favorite guns of the year, and they do match up very well together if you're looking for a competition and a carry gun. Putting them together, it's not a bad combo, but all by themselves, they're great as well. This is the Canik Meta MC9. I've been waiting for a P99 clone Micro 9 for some time. For those of you who know, I like the VP9, the PDP, PPQ, and the Canik series of pistols because they all have similar ergonomics and amazing triggers. Canik is kind of the lower budget end of that, but it doesn't skimp on quality or features, which is very nice. This gun is an example of that. With a 3-inch barrel, very lightweight, 21 ounces, you can still get a 12+1 or even a 15+1 capacity. Think like a slim Glock 26, kind of. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. Maybe a higher quality Taurus G3 that's a little slimmer. That's kind of the way I look at it. It's a little bit bigger than the P365, kind of on par with the M&P Shield. And what you get out of it is that same great pre-cocked striker trigger that allows me to get a lot of accuracy and speed. Slide serrations, optics mounting system again out of the factory, steel sights again out of the factory. You have a Picatinny rail on your Micro 9 now as well, which is nice because if you want to carry this all day and you only want one pistol, you could put the 15 round magazine in this gun, put a light on it, and it would be a great home defense gun. 9mm caliber is standard. It will take care of everything you need. You get the backstrap kit, you get good texture on the grip, the magazines and all the features work really well, and they are ambi. So if you're a left-hander, this is a great gun for you as well. Good recoil control, and all coming out for about the $450 price point. This gun, in my opinion, is going to put a lot of the popular Micro 9s on the market right now in check. And number 1. And I think if you watch the channel, it kind of seems obvious because I already kind of gave it away about a month and a half ago. But it's the freaking DWX. And the reason for that is because this is the most anticipated gun that I've ever pretty much waited for. It is a mixture of 2 of my favorite guns, the CZ75 and the 2011. You get a little bit of the best of both worlds with this because a company like Dan Wesson, for example, which makes great 2011s, happens to be owned by CZ, so we were very fortunate that this combination could even exist. It is a full 5-inch barrel, slide serrations, a little bit thicker slide than a CZ75, more on par with a 2011. It also has a reverse crown barrel, fiber optic sights, a combat hammer, a very, very nice trigger, ambi safety, which is nice as well. The CZ75 grip with the grip panels, which feel great. It comes with aluminum, heavily textured grips, 25 lines per inch checkering, and you can get very high up on the gun because there is no grip safety like a 2011, and that's very nice. Now, the one upside I think the 2011 has over the CZ is going to be the straight to the rear single action only trigger, and the reason why I like that so much is because I can get the trigger reach I want on my finger. The CZ75 trigger breaks all the way at the back of the trigger guard, whereas not only you can get one further up, but you can even now get longer and longer triggers, which is very nice. So I get to mix where I like to put my hand with the CZ75 and where I like to put my finger with the 2011. Now on top of that, you get absolutely unbelievable accuracy with this gun. worst things have happened. First shot of 2023, 75 yards, and we get a hit. About 2 inches at 50 yards. If you do your part, good luck with that. It's more accurate than you, I promise you. And you get phenomenal recoil control with 19 round magazines right out of the box. It takes TZ P10F magazines, and that's very cool because I have a bunch of those, but they obviously come with their own magazines themselves. And we also have an extended magazine release, which is really nice. So all the features you would ever want for your competition gun or your plinking gun wrapped up into one very high quality, reliable, fast, and accurate package. Now again, the only downside of the DWX is kind of kill your fun a little bit. It is $2,000, but trust me, if you're looking for a race pistol, it's hard to go wrong with the DWX. I hope you like my list of the best new pistols of 2023. If you have a different list, please put it in the comment section below. I may not even know some of the guns that have come out in 2023, but I would like to. So if you put your list in below, I'll make sure to check it out, and maybe there'll be a couple in there that I would like to review. If you want to see me review some guns in the future, make sure to put that in the comment section below as well. Make sure to like and subscribe. Please help out your local homeless shelters, and remember to recycle. I'll check you later. I keep doing the fucking finger guns over and over again. I cannot stop doing the finger guns.